Let me tell Dave Meltzer something, okay, bro? I promise you, bro, I never produced a in-ring in my life that triggered the crowd to chant somebody's name from another promotion.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of the Wrestling Outlaws. I'm here with two of the baddest outlaws in town, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And Vince Russo. Come on.
Yeah. I got something I gotta say.
What you got, East?
All right. Let's party, boys.
Very nice.
Very nice. All right. Yeah. Imagine a promo battle between EC3 and Tony Khan.
Oh, man. I'm sure there's a lot of blow comments in the...
Oh, man.
It's lines we would say to each other.
Yes, very lively.
Set them up, I'd be like 8-ball corner pocket.
Yes, very nice. Very nice.
I choose to drag with him any day.
And he'd be like, EC3, no, we're not doing it today. No. Let's talk about Darby Allin. Cut a promo. He said this. He said, when I was homeless and AEW first started, I begged you guys for a job. You saw nothing in me. Yet I had to sit by and watch all of your friends get hired. Your little California crew. Thank God at the time there was an EVP here with a sense of brains, and I am not talking about Kenny Omega. That calls Cody chant to be broke out at AEW. This is what Meltzer said about this. He called it very Russo. Very Russo. He said this. He said, I thought the Darby Allin interview was so counterproductive. They aired the show last week with a hot angle. He comes back and they have his blood all over their jackets. He never brings it up. They bring up Sting's son's death with the baseball bat. He never brings it up. They beat him up and Sting with a baseball bat, blade him up. He never brings it up. Basically, his interview was to get over Cody Rhodes, the biggest star in WWE or the biggest babyface in WWE. It was so Russo. You know what I mean?
Let me tell Dave Meltzer something, okay, bro? I promise you, bro, I never produced a in-ring in my life that triggered the crowd to chant somebody's name from another promotion. You could go look at my TNA, my WCW, WWE. I promised you, I never produced a promo where they would chant somebody else's name from another promotion.
EC3, you have your finger more on the pulse when it comes to the internet wrestling community comments. From you diving into your forums at times, man. Why do you think that the IWC, why do you think that Dave Meltzer would call that very Russo?
I think Russo is kind of. Did you ever see Kingpin?
Oh yeah,
the
bowling gimmick.
Yeah. So Vince has, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, developed that reputation. He got Munson out of nowhere. So something, a Munson was if something went terribly wrong for somebody because, Woody Harrelson lost his hand and yada, yada, yada. So now it's if it's counterproductive, crash TV, pointless dribble nonsense where talent are probably given the creative freedom and they don't have the sense of business to get across all the things that have happened to them in the context, so people actually believe it and feel emotion and kind of it resonates with them. Instead they just kind of go for buzzwords and bubble talk, because I'm so much into the bubble and the forums, as you say, that therefore Russo has become a derogatory term for TV.
Vince, what do you think about donning that, being christened?
I could give a crap. But bro, there's nothing wrong with, the guy cutting a shoot promo, but he's been in front of that fan base for 4 years. He should have realized if he's going to set up the promo that way, there is a chance of them chanting Cody's name. Now, I would say, Chris, and maybe this is where EC3 again, he's actively in it. I would say, bro, you don't want them chanting another guy's name from the competing promotion. Okay, that's what I would say. But I'm going to throw it to EC3 because, bro, listen, it's a different time. So does it not matter to them that they are chanting a guy's name from the other promotion? EC3, does that not matter today?
Well, I kind of look at it like you. I guess you can say I subscribe to the Russo school of crap. But no, the whole point of a promo is to put across your business, your character, your company. So I think the last thing you really want is them to chant the name of somebody who is main eventing the biggest show in the world in an opposing company. It's not right. But the problem is so many modern talents, especially in that sort of realm, that forum market that you talked about that I'm so often in, is in a bubble. And this bubble is inclusive to, the 800,000 or so people that reside into it and protect it with their life. And that's why the business can't grow in certain places, because it's so within a bubble that nothing makes sense to somebody who, hey, wrestling's cool. Man, these guys, do you see that commercial? These guys do some wild stuff. Let's turn it on. Why are they chanting, oh, yeah, Cody isn't there anymore. He's over on Raw, next. Like, if I'm doing business, I'm doing business with the company and myself as the priorities, because everything you do is a commercial and an advertisement for your brand and the people that are employing you and paying you, you work for, to their brand over in hindsight. So, no, I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, I heard the Meltzer comment before, but I never actually heard like Darby's promo. Bro, all he had to do was give the credit to Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Like that's when you were reading that, that's where I thought he was going. I mean, he had to know, if he's setting it up that it was Cody, he had to know that crowd was going to chant his name.
And it's going to get a little within the bubble buzz and some clicks on the dirt sheet sites. But here's what I would never do, is that if I cannot follow through with something that people, you give them the idea and set this idea that they would want to see or, be brought together, that cannot happen within the very, very near future or the near future or the future in general. Why bring it to their attention? If you cannot pay something off, why start something? If you can't finish it, don't start it.
Vince, you mentioned AEW stars kind of having a little bit more carte blanche when it comes to their promos. Do you think that this is something that Tony Khan, like backstage, would have talked to Darby Allin about post, promo?
Bro,
or do you think he doesn't care?
I'll be honest with you, Chris. What EC3 and I just spoke about here, I don't think Tony Khan would understand that at all.
Why not?
I guarantee you Tony Khan put it over that it was a great promo and didn't even understand the reverse effect it had by the crowd chanting the name of the top guy in the other promotion. I guarantee you, bro, he didn't even see that.
And I will double down on that guarantee, where he was probably sitting in the gorilla or the go position, depending on where you work, hearing it with his cans on and going and looking around at everybody like, wow, he did, hear that? Mm-hmm. And then he put it back on and then flipping open his phone and checking the engagement. Oh, this is really engaged by a very vocal minority that's talking to each other online. So the engagement was probably vast. Did the ratings turn around? Did people pay money to sit into a seat, to drive from their dirty, dingy basements, or if they're a family, to drive from their home, get in the car, pay to park, pay money to sit in an uncomfortable seat for 3 to 4 hours, or surrounded by neophytes and fools? Like, going to a show, getting somebody to spend money to buy a ticket is like the hardest thing we can do. Mm-hmm. Value is based on your draw. And did one person buy a ticket now in advance for having seen that? I would dare to say no.